dress only in attire specially sanctioned by MIB Special Services. We are the Men in Black.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Welcome, PAX attendees. This is our first completely official video live Dice Hard PAX panel-based thing. My name is Alex. I'm a board game designer and publisher from Genie Games, and I have three very special guests for you. I have my very good friend, Ben Harnwell.
Hello!
Well, that's Ben over here. And then down here, I have my amazingly beautiful and intelligent friend, Stella.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here.
This handsome guy here is Dez.
Who? Don't see anyone.
And as the usual tradition in Dice Hard, if you haven't heard the podcast before, we like to introduce the movie. Ben?
A police officer joins a secret organization that polices and monitors extraterrestrial interactions on Earth. It is...
Here come the men in black. Galaxy Defender. Here come the men in black. They won't let you remember.
We practiced that 1,700 times.
So many times. And
Still
it never
out of
got
sync.
better.
Is it just me, or is the blooper roll probably going to be longer than the actual Dice Hard itself?
So
Always is.
Those of us who have not joined us before, Dice Hard is a podcast that we turn movies into board games, and we love discussing what could possibly turn a movie, what mechanics go into it, what storyline elements or characters go into making a board game. And today we went with Men in Black. I believe this was chosen by Ben, but the other two definitely jumped on board. I'm always open for anything, and we now want to come up with a good starting player. So, you know, when you play the games and you'll play something like Ticket to Ride, it might be the last one who rode on a train. What would an ideal starting player for Men in Black be? Dez has it.
I've got it. The last person abducted by aliens.
Oh, abducted by aliens.
But
All
Dez would
right.
win that one quite easily, wouldn't he?
Does that including, E-Pro? E-Pro.
I was going to say the last person put on sunglasses, but as I left mine in the USA, I think it would be one of you three.
Yeah, you did. You didn't really have sunglasses there, did you?
No, because I don't have any anymore, and I'll never get them back because of COVID.
Were they good ones or bad ones?
They were prescriptions, so they were kind of good.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, prescription ones are expensive. I had the last person who I wrote a couple actually. The last person who put a suit on. Right, it's the last suit he would ever wear.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
I did
That's
one
how I
a few
roll.
months ago for a video.
Yeah, what was it?
I actually remember that video.
What video? What are we talking here?
The birthday
You did
suit.
put on a suit.
No, not that one. No, the up. No.
No, I'm
Whoops.
sure one
Let's
of
go
you
back to the
guys
sunglasses.
put a suit on recently.
I've been working from home since March. I've barely worn pants.
Oh, COVID.
So,
Let's not get started.
Yeah.
Did you have a good starting player, Stella?
Now.
Did you have a good starting player, Stella?
Do I?
Yeah.
I want to...
Oh, I was still thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'll pass it to somebody. I had an idea about, being a cooperative game and, simultaneous action selection, a bit chaotic, but I'll let the other lead, maybe?
Yeah, that's fine. I had another starting player. I was last person to squish a bug.
Ooh.
Oh, that was me today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, that starting player. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
That's okay. You were still thinking about it when we were working out all this streaming stuff, so you know, it's all right. I
got
forgive
one
you.
too. The last person that can't remember something.
Oh,
That's
the
a good one.
Zapper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
I like
one.
that.
I like that actually. Okay, we have a winner, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's me all the time. I suck at remembering everything.
So, Alex, it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hit us with your best shot, Alex.
I can't believe this. I had a seriously hard time. Like, I have done this 70 times for Dice Hard, probably more because of all the ones that we failed recording properly. But I had a hard time thinking of a good idea for Dice Hard. So, I mean, I went through the things of the movie. Like they do the chase at the start, and then sort of the discovery that aliens are real. Then they do the introduction to MIB and the training. Then they do an investigation, and then they stop a bad guy. Like there was heaps of parts to this movie that you could make a game about. And I think I sort of settled on it's actually an investigative movie. Like they do the work. They do the investigation. They go to the pawn shop. They go to the coroner. Is it coroner?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's coroner. Yeah, cool. The dead body place.
Dead body place. Yep.
Then they go somewhere else as well, and then they go eventually to wherever they shoot the bug. Like the fair, New York, whatever it is, the fair.
The World
Where
Fair.
they've got the UFOs.
Yeah,
the World Fair. So I settled on an investigation. So the way I sort of pictured an investigation works, and you know we never have enough dice on Dice Hard, but I wanted to have some custom dice, and the dice might have different alien symbols on them, like you know whatever floats your boat. But it would sort of be like an old school investigation. So they might visit the pawn shop, and you have to get to the information that you need to continue on the investigation. So everyone would have a pool of dice. So everyone gets lots of dice. And what would happen is that the bad guy would also end up having dice. Look at my beautiful graphics here. And sort of like Mastermind, this sequence, we don't know what this sequence is. And we have a set of dice, obviously with different symbols on them. And we need to work out what this symbol is, or what this symbol is, or what this symbol is. And we can stack any number of dice in here. And if something is correct, then we sort of are closer to working out what this code is. So if you think like Mastermind, but rolling dice randomly, that's what this code is. It's generated. It's not preset. Yep. So what would happen is we can stack any number of dice that we have, but every time we get it wrong, we have to lose a dice as well from our pool. So we might only put one dice here, one dice here, one dice here, and 4 dice here. And we're going to work out that this one's wrong, this one's wrong, this one's right, we're lucky, and one of these 4 is correct. And then we have another guess, but we have to lose 1 dice out of our pool. And we might all start off with 20 dice each. So the first code might be really easy. The second code gets a little bit harder because we've lost some dice. The third code gets a little bit harder because we've lost more dice. And then eventually we get to the boss battle where we have to work out the final code or roll certain symbols on our remaining dice, and then we win.
Damn.
Cool.
That was what I had in mind.
Was that all? Oh, okay, cool. I thought
It's just a sketch of an idea, really. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I do understand this does not really encapsulate the movie, but it would be a cool code-breaking game.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah. I like it.
See, mine was a little bit investigating too, but I wanted to go from the idea that the aliens are here. They are among us. You know, I want to believe, as Alex has got in his background. But I want to take it from the point of view of the tinfoil hat wearers. You know, that's why I wore my beanie today, because I don't want them getting my thoughts and stealing them. Because I reckon that it would be so cool to be, you know, investigating these aliens that are here with us, you know, the talking dog or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And our goal is to try and expose the alien, but we could be caught by the Men in Black who would wipe our memory and we have to start again. Maybe we lose a whole portion of what we've discovered and we'll have to rediscover stuff or go down different paths and things. Or if we get caught by the aliens, maybe other things might happen to us.
What kind of things? What do aliens do to humans?
I know what they do to cows, but we'll have to think about humans. It could be bad things. They might sing at us like Michael Jackson or something like that. But that was a throwback to the movie.
Dennis Rodman as well, yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I see it more as an investigating type of game. Maybe you got to pick a bit like Clues. I didn't think of dice. I was thinking more card sort of clues and go into different locations. But maybe it ends up all at Roswell or somewhere like that, where you want to find out all the bits and pieces. But at the end of the day, your goal is to expose that aliens are real. But the mechanics of the game are set up to obviously stop you from getting that. And Alex will work on the mechanics later for me.
Okay. All right.
I love Ben. Ben's just like, I'll come up with the idea. You sort it, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the show is. You know the deal.
And I'll just make video after that. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I can review it, and Dez can do what Dez does.
Which nobody really knows right now. It's good.
Stella, tell us about your co-op idea.
Yeah, because it's Men in Black. It's all the men and women in black, or I am in black, working together to do. So I was just thinking, in the cooperative, you get a set of 10 cards where you talk to your fellow friends, and you try to combat the aliens that invading the world. So you talk about it, and then it's more of a simultaneous action selection. I don't know why I like that.
I love love simultaneous action selection.
Yeah, like one game that I really like is Happy Pig. It's very underrated. It could place up to 6. Anyways, so it's sort of like every round is different challenges that comes up, and then you play simultaneous action selections, and you discuss it, but you don't show each other's hand. And then you put it there at the same time. I don't know. I'm not a game designer, but
I love the Cold Express mechanic for action selection, where
yeah,
and it can swap orders and things like that, and
yes.
you get 2 goes if you're the last, but then you suddenly become the first, so you can plan.
Yeah, Cold Express. Yeah,
I like it.
It's not like that, but cooperative, and then you like.
Wow, that'd be hard co-op. Though, you can't tell anyone what you're doing.
No. Does that remind you of a game at all, Alex?
Can't tell.
Are you talking about Gloomhaven?
Yes.
Yeah, because in Cold Express, like, the beauty is in the chaos where no one knows what anyone else is doing, and then when you reveal these programs that everyone's sort of set in, it's really fun.
It stuffs them up,
Yeah.
Like that.
All right, Dez.
Wow.
Dazzle us.
I was going to say, you really did save the worst till last.
We love you, Dez.
Well, my idea was at the very start of the movie, obviously, Will Smith goes into a selection process. So in my idea of the game was that what happened was it was going to be a 4-player game, hence because there's 4 of us here, and all of us are trying to get into the Men in Black. So we're giving a probation period, and in that probation period, we have to try to solve the mystery of who's blowing up the world. So it's kind of like a probie agent thing, where we're all probie agents, either men or women in black. And then obviously from there, we would use some kind of cards or dice. I actually really like Alex's dice idea. Oh, that hurts to say. I'm agreeing with Alex.
Oh, my arch nemesis agrees.
Oh, that hurt, man. I don't know if I can keep going. But no, I actually really like the dice idea of something like that, but we all play separately. And I don't know. That was my idea. I felt like that was the one.
It'd be cool if we were like you had to get like a ranking. So at the end of the game, you've got to get X amount of points to be able to become an agent.
Yeah.
But some missions you have to work together, and some missions you have to work like against each other. Like there might be opportunities to be like the to like throw in the push the other person out of the way, but other times you might actually
need to use
like
it.
you need to help them, and I think you need to call it pageants because they're probationary agents, so you're pageants.
I think it's good than calling something with men in the title. That's definitely definitely a better option, I feel.
The man
women?
pageant.
Or people.
The man pageant.
And the winner
People
will get
pageant.
a sash. Man.
I like it. Well, that was my idea.
We already made our sash up here on the.
Yeah.
There's our sash.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I actually training did come into my head, and I just couldn't make it work in the end, which is a shame. The problem with my dice one is that like a lot of it's formed. I guess a lot of it's formed, and I'd probably rather work on something that had a bit more meat on it rather than just symbols on a dice. Like I said, it's an okay idea, but it's like it doesn't really grasp the movie.
It doesn't have much storytelling too. It's a very
yeah, like I even wrote down you could randomize the locations, so they're not even doing it in the right order.
Yeah. Because I like Ben's idea with the cards, and I feel like if there's certain cards or you can play on each other and using the card elements, and for example, if I don't want Ben to be able, if I feel like Ben's moving too quickly, or if I'm trying to stop him, I can kind of go, oh, here's one of those buzzers, and all of a sudden what it does is it wipes his mind, and by doing that, what he has to do is throw down all his hands and redraw a new hand, which could screw him up if he's in the process of getting something going.
Well, it sounds like we should probably...
With Stella's idea, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Like do the two together.
All right.
We combine everything into one game now. Woo.
Yeah.
And we throw some dice in there for fun. No. That's how you resolve battles is by dice. You know, the D4s are the caltrips to stop people running after you. No.
I have been making a concerted effort to try and add more dice into Dice Hard because they just don't get enough. But that's okay. It doesn't have to.
I just want a little noisy cricket on a dice. That's all I want from this game.
Oh, there were so many things about this movie that I did not remember, or I was too young to realize when I first watched it. Like, I mean, I've always been one that's sort of against authority and rebelling and stuff. And when right at the start, the guy goes, he's got a problem with authority. I'm like, yeah, of course he does. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh, geez, he really doesn't like being told what to do. Yeah. It's something I probably never understood at the time. And the cricket, I didn't realize that they actually play a cricket noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you would have been about 5 though, Alex, so that's probably understandable.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to get a picture of that gun. So if we take Stella's and Ben's, okay, let's start again. So let's grab Stella. You want like a programmable thing with cards?
Yeah.
And what exactly are we programming? Are we fighting aliens with this?
Well,
fighting aliens.
Well, remember, it's investigation too.
Yeah. So we men or women in black, and we kind of like try to work together. Each round the alien cards, a few cards reveal something like that maybe, and then we have to match the symbol, or I haven't actually thought about it fully.
That's okay. Just give us the ideas. We can work this out.
Something like that, and then once everyone's worked together, everyone put the action, they open, and then maybe the last alien card revealed to create more chaos. So it's a bit of a, kind of like luck as well, a bit of luck. I mean, it's black. And then it's simultaneous action selection, because in the action, you don't really have time to kind of like think about just like shoot aliens, everything. You can't really communicate to each other. You can plan beforehand, but then when that happens, like bang, 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 that's it.
Yeah, all right. So maybe there's maybe we have to set up some kind of like alien deck at the start with an increasing level of difficulty.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And we don't know what kind of aliens we're encountering until they actually come out, and then we have to fight our way through them to get to the end of this investigation / defeat the boss monster.
What's that game where you kind of have 3 piles? I think it's something. It was a Harry Potter game I played, and I can't remember what it's called now. But what actually happened is you actually had 3 piles of enemies. So you drew 1 or 2 off the top of each, but obviously they were in difficulty.
Death Eater Rising.
I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've played so many board games.
The Voldemort in the middle, like the big mini.
Yeah, I think so. And what happens is they actually
the Rising, I think so.
Yeah, so they actually have like five. They actually have 5 different monster versions, and they get harder. So obviously, sometimes you might play the little coffee drinking guys. Then from there, you might take on the pawn, the pawn boss, whatever he is. You know, the guy in the pawn store.
As in pawn shop. Okay, pawn shop.
Yes, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Second-hand goods.
Two different things there.
Salesman. Okay,
Oh god.
That'd be a different game actually.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying so that way then you don't just get stuck with all 5 of the worst people to battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you do have to have varying difficulties. Kingsburg is one that we play that has it. So you set up a deck beforehand, and they give you like 4 or 5 cards per level, and there's 5 levels. So you get out a random level 1, a random level 2, random level 3, 4, 5, and then you make one deck in that order.
Yeah, and then as it comes out as the easy to the hard.
That's what that's the word I said. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Yes, no, pawn shop. Got it.
As well, or something like that. So we prepare for
so if we have these 5 monsters, how do you see beating them? So usually, like, I can't think of a monster fighting game that I've got that you actually. I mean, Kingsburg does it, but it's literally you raise your combat score and then roll a dice and add to it to defeat the monster. It's not very interesting. No. It's not very Men in Black like. So,
because I think you've got to add in that the purpose. Stella's idea is that you're the agents and get in the Men in Black. So part of it could be your investigation. So maybe as you are playing the game, you get, instead of getting like strength or something like that, you get investigation points to understand where the weakness is for that particular alien. So that gives you can throw your dice in there too, then, Alex, you know.
Yeah.
And you could remove the 1s to 6 and have them as symbols, and you could perhaps choose different dice that have more symbols that would defeat the alien that you're going to encounter, because it's a level 3 alien. It has these sort of abilities. If you're doing the investigations, you're doing some other bits on the board, you're going to different places to find skills, you might get a what was that little gun, the cricket, to be able to help defeat it, and you'll have more dice with more crickets on it, but maybe the next alien is defeated by, I don't know, salt, so you need to have dice that have salt on it to be able to defeat it.
Oh yeah, I get you. So the dice might have some different things on it that would defeat different types of aliens.
Yeah.
But is that just to fight the aliens with the dice? Because if we're talking about a board, we need locations to go to and things that the locations do. So if you go back to Cult Express, like, the programming is pretty simple. It's move forward, back, up or down, and then there's various attacks and looting.
Punch and shoot.
Yeah.
I think with this, because the cards are about the investigation, so maybe it's, use intimidation, and and as it's a semi-cooperative, so we're playing together, we don't know what we're going to play. I use intimidation, but you use charm, and maybe they counteract each other, so neither of them work. But if we both charm, we would actually have a better chance against some aliens versus others, and stuff
I played a game recently, Ultra Mega Fighter. It's I can't think of the full name. It's a long name, anyways. You remember that old retro game Street Fighter, right?
I've seen the design work for that. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, you've seen it where you play.
I've seen the design. I haven't played it. I've just seen the graphics.
Right. So you play buttons to combo the chain to actually create an attack. So
with the marbles.
No, with the marbles, with cards. So you draw cards.
Oh, okay.
You can create combo, and then you fight against each other. And there's maybe that sort of like mechanism where you can create a combo to defeat aliens, and if the combo works, then the aliens defeat it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it makes sense, but I guess the combo can be moves we make or locations we go to as well. We might need to go to certain locations to get the bits to defeat the monsters. I keep saying monsters. To defeat the aliens. But if 2 people go to the same location, it's not as effective because we're not spreading our resources.
Yeah.
So we need a board.
Yeah, we need a board. Definitely need a board.
All right, let's get our board going. So where are the places on the board?
No, by the
So we
way,
got-
there are several boards because this is Dice Hard, so we can have whatever we want in this theoretical box.
That's true.
If you remember, was it Lord of the Rings one where the board flips over and you got two different worlds? I think we could have one where we've got like multiple boards because you go to different locations because you might go to the city, you might go to the countryside, you go to the sewers, you got to go to the government offices. You know,
I feel like we probably sort of need to keep the map simple, so there might be only like maybe 6 locations or even 9 locations. So when we do our movement cards, it's move up or down sort of thing.
Yep, or across.
Or left and right.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe having a board similar to we have the Men in Black headquarters here.
Yep.
And then from there you either go up to the sewer, across to Thingo. Maybe you can even have little offshoots if you need to pick up weaponry or something like that.
Yeah, go up, down.
And have it that way. That way then you've just got one board, and that way then different players can go to different areas if they want, or if they feel like, oh, I could probably get this gun from here to use this over here or something like that. And maybe there's some options to draw or to find weaponry or something like that. But
hey, no drawing Mickey Mouse. We don't have the money for that.
Oh yeah,
That's
true.
not Mickey Mouse.
So the alien might need a bunch of different symbols to be beaten at the end, but the dice might have different functions. So if we want to collect dice during this time, so we might like go here where it's a comms station, and we can collect a comms dice. And the comms dice might be really useful because we could tell people where we want to go. Because in my head, I pitched it, if 2 people go to here, no one gets the dice. Like the communication has failed, no one gets the bonus. But it might be beneficial to go here because one person might go up here and the other person might go down here. Now, if the dice have 2 different functions, like this one, so say a comms dice is there, we might be able to spend a comms dice and then tell people our next 2 moves or 3 moves or what we're planning on doing. So if I was here where the comms dice is, I might say, all right, I'm going to go and collect whatever this dice is down here.
Fitness dice, say.
The fitness dice? Yeah, right. You make that the fitness dice. And then I'm going to go and get this dice up here to whatever that one is, so that the rest of my team know where I'm actually going. And then they can sort of plan around me. And
so go here to get the sweary dice instead, because, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then someone might go here to get the weapon dice.
And would these would these have different or work differently in the actual battle? So it'll help us do different things within us, but then do different things. So for example, comms might be to tell Ben, can you go get weapons because I'm not going to get there in time? And then during the fight, it calls in like an air raid or something backup or something like that.
The dice still have a chance of they just got more of a chance of giving you a comms,
the symbols you need,
or whatever you need, but they might have other symbols that, like, it might be the weapons dice might have a side that is malfunction, so it just totally doesn't work, and you lose the dice if you roll that. Like they have,
they could have malfunction stuff. That's cool. Kickback.
Communications might be an insult. You're trying to talk to the alien and get them on side, but you actually tell them their mother is it smells of elderberry or something, and then you lose the dice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh! As long as don't let me roll the dice because I have
you're not good at rolling dice.
Oh man, I suck. Dice hate me.
Let's play games with dice, Dez.
Oh man, it would not end well.
Not do dice.
Dez doesn't do dice.
Yeah, that's it. No dice.
Dez does everything except dice.
But dice.
I figured there would be limited rounds because we all need to collect a certain amount.
Yeah.
Before the round ends. So if we all sort of start here and say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we do 7 rounds, if I just sort of draw it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'd only actually get to visit 3 places and get 3 or possibly 4 dice out of it.
And maybe we could have something that the person that decides to start the boss fight maybe they get a bonus with the levels of how you join. So say for example,
so you only collect one.
Ben, for example, is here, and he just like, screw it, I've got 5 dice or 4 dice. I'm going to start the boss fight. So then what happens is he may get like a bonus 2 dice. Then if Alex is here and he has to go 1 and 2 to get to the boss, he gets 1 dice, and then Stella, who's over here, and myself, who's here, may not get nothing, or something
so
like
you
that.
sort of mark it on the round tracker, I guess.
Yeah.
You go like turn 1 when here, turn 2 when here, and turn 3. That's you stop, and everyone else sort of keeps going.
Yeah, so you can choose what you do, and then you get different bonuses from that. So what you actually might get to do is you might get to select.
Maybe they're rerolls.
Oh.
Yeah, reroll tokens. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Ben, like from here, gets 1, 2, 3, 4 rerolls to get the stuff he wants to get.
But may only have 3 dice, so it's like you're balancing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not just a pretty face.
Whoever's here has to roll first, so that Ben has more of a chance to roll the things we need to roll, or the dice we need to roll.
Yep. Can I re-roll just my own dice or our team's dice?
No, I think just yours. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, just yours.
I think otherwise it could be a bit too stacked, and
and the comms dice might not just have comms on it, because like there are 6 sides to a dice, right?
Wait, so really? Hang on. I'm Googling that. That doesn't sound right.
Well, to a 6-sided dice anyway. It might have that. It might have like 3 comms, but it might also have 1 fitness and 2 fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because comms and fitness go so close together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a bad example. It's
because you've said fitness like 55 times. Everyone's just like, I just want to roll fitness dice, but I don't know what they do.
Well, what's the other locations get us? You tell us. What are the other places they go to, Stella?
Upgrades. I don't know. Upgrade dice, like from D6 to D8 with better odds.
Oh, you know what? This is a fictional game. We can have as many dice as we want, Stella.
Yep. So, and you know what? No, I'm going to say, what about a legacy game where you can stick stickers on your dice as well?
Okay.
Your dice.
Okay, now we're just there's that level, and then there's just that level again.
Yeah, well, what about it comes with a laser engraver, and you get to engrave your dice.
Every time you go to make a dice, it makes you a brand new dice.
Hang on.
Laser engraved. Just stick it in.
Yeah.
Where's that thing to make people forget that this bit just happened? Like, where's that? just pretend we didn't say the laser engraver.
Hang on.
But mate,
we've made a volcano. We can make a laser engraver. It's fine.
That's true.
Okay.
Listen to Dante's Peak. That's one of the funniest episodes we've ever done. With one of the funniest guys we've ever done. Oh, it used to be your old boss, Dez. Good old Toby.
Oh, Tobes, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Upgrades is actually quite an interesting one. Upgrading to a D8 with more, more possibilities, or even the possibility to have 2 on 1 dice as well. So you don't. It might not go to a D8, but it might go to a second D6 that has like double symbols.
Or you roll. Or you roll 2 dice and you pick what you want from.
Ooh. It's for advantage, You get advantage on your roll, so you can choose the die you want to keep.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I don't know what the swearing's for. I just said swearing, but
I think it was a taunt more than a swear. So you were taunting them, or you were trying to.
Yeah.
I can't think of any of the taunts from Men in Black now, but I'm sure there were really good ones.
He stepped on all the crickets and he said, "Was that your uncle?"
Oh, that one was. Oh, that's great.
Cockroaches. Yeah, because he had such a hard time. I don't know why he didn't just get eaten in the first place, but he ate K's so easily, and Jay's just up in his face, insulting him, jumping on his leg, jumping on his tail, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just going to ignore you, just kick you a few times, and then keep going."
I guess it goes to the fact that after you've just eaten one whole person, could you really fit in another? I know we get 2 pizzas when it says 2 for this price of 1, but can we ever actually eat 2?
Yeah.
Aliens can.
Aliens can, okay. Stella comes in with the sense. I'm like, oh.
Challenge accepted.
Sorry.
Upgrades, good idea. Where would somewhere in the movie be the place to get upgraded?
The weapon vault. I think you got the weapons vault. See, my idea was that it should be comms, fitness, because obviously you may need that. I think you should get a weapons vault, and I think you should go to like the main hub where you call for reinforcements. And maybe what you do is you get additional agents. They probably get killed in the fight, but you get like bantha fodder that just gets killed off.
Maybe they're really crap dice.
Maybe like the comms specialist might only have 2 comms instead of 3. But an extra fail or something, but it's an extra dice to roll out, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe we could also have that. Obviously, we're not just the agents. There's many agents, so maybe possibly we could get other agents that come in. Obviously, they have a higher fail rate, but kind of like when you see in the movie where they just throw people and they just get zapped, and you're like, was it really worth throwing them in? So it's kind of that thing where they may be able to do really good. Chances are they're probably not.
We call that the red shirt room.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely the red shirt room, or bantha fodder, as we used to always say from our Star Wars days.
So here we have the rivalry of Star Wars or Star Trek, bantha fodder or red shirts. Which will we go with?
Just put it all in the description, guys. I was going to say just put it all down below, and we'll let us know who's better.
Vote 1 for Star Trek.
Yeah.
And I'll ring you up and talk to you for as long as you want.
Hang on, where's my phone? Where's my phone? That's just...
I have said fitness a few times, but it was prevalent at the start when Will Smith was running after the alien, who was obviously very fit as well. But it also happened at the end, or near the end, when he was running after the alien again, because that's what he does in the movie. Let's go to the cards. I'm going to switch slides to work out some card stuff. So if we've got this map, right, I'm just going to roughly draw the map again. Oh, that was terrible. I think we had something like this. All right, so if we have cards, Stella, this is your domain because you invented the cards and the co-op, semi-co-op.
No pressure.
No pressure. No. How many cards do you want us to have? Because in Cult Express, we get a deck. Do we get a deck? Are we going to expend the cards?
I like that. I like that idea. The deck diluting, not deck building. Cult Express is diluting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than deck building, or we can do deck building. So either way, we got our own deck with some sort of special power. And when we get hit by alien, do we get hit by alien or something? How do we get?
Oh, sure. I'm sure we get. Well, Will Smith gets hit by a few aliens.
Yeah.
Right. So we get a bad card that we put on our deck. So that's kind of like dilute our deck.
Yeah.
So we only have certain draw. I don't know. Usually with deck building, you draw 5. You can draw 5 if you want. It might be bad cards also on the deck, and when you draw it, you can't really do anything unless you some mechanics that lets you draw extra card, which is possible, like in Cult Express as well.
So with the deck, are we're putting in the movement into the deck, as well as extra cards like drawing extra cards and getting rid of bad cards and things like that?
Movement could be cool, actually, because the good thing about movement is you don't necessarily go the way you want, which means, unfortunately, it might mean that by turn 3, for example, Ben might walk into the boss's thing and go, oh crap, okay. So the rest of us now have to try to walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe a card can be like divided into 2, so it's multi-use card. One is
I like that.
The other one is hit or something. So you can either use one or you can rotate it.
Yeah, so one could be a movement area and one could be a function of the card.
Or something, yeah.
Do you have to use a card to pick up the dice? Do you need to burn a card to pick up dice, or is that just when you go into that room you get to pick up the dice?
I feel like as long as you're stationary in that room, you can't just if say for example the card says move 2 up or 1 across, you can't. You have to stop in the actual room to be able to pick it up, but your turn and your turn stops.
And your movement there, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm just catching up on some drawings.
Nice. Are we going to have move up or down is the same action and left or right is the same, or are you going to have specific moves?
I like that it could be limited by your hand. Like that includes more chaos because if I draw a hand that only has a mover left and move up, then that's where I need to go, and someone else might also have the same combination, and we get stuck, or we have to wait or something, you know.
Yeah. And I think with that as well, what we should do is you can only pick up your dice at the end of the turn if you're the only person on that square.
Yeah.
So, for example, if Alex moves up because that's the only card he's got, and then Ben's like, "Oh, I'll move up too," and maybe even you have to put your movement down first, so you can't change it, and then we flip over.
Revealing, order. I
like because we were talking about fitness before. Maybe fitness allows you to change the direction on one of your cards.
Yeah. Or draw more cards or something like that.
Yeah, or double move or something like that.
Or because in it, if you've got divided cards, do you actually pick to either go up or, say, for example, left? So maybe if you have fitness, rather than picking the card that goes up, you get to pick left instead. So you go back to where you are and move back because you're quick enough to change your reflexes after seeing where, for example, Alex or another agent's moving.
Yeah. There we go.
And
getting there.
Sorry, Stella, are the cards played in a particular order, like in Cult Express, or are they played simultaneously and at the same time?
Oh yeah, which one? Which one, Stella? You got to choose one.
I don't know. Oh gosh, I think I couldn't really copy Cult Express that much. I guess from the first play order, or is it turn order? How's turn order? It's like
it rotates.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, it rotates.
So maybe like that from the first player, second, and so on.
Okay.
And so
don't sit next to Alex.
Yeah, I was going to say that's my plan too.
Yeah. It's cooperative. I don't know, unless if someone else has had better idea.
So, first player rotates, but are we still doing simultaneous?
Yeah, we choose the card simultaneously and we reveal simultaneously.
Because I feel like it's co-op, but because we're new agents, or if that's the thing that we're going with, we're not necessarily going to be fully understanding how to cooperate with each other. Plus, we also want to shine a little bit. So maybe do that and maybe do it so we're like, oh, I didn't mean to screw up Alex, but I thought I was doing the right thing by myself kind of thing. So
Yeah. We're still learning. We're agents in training. I mean, he says it at the end. He was training his replacement.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it like one of your games as well, Alex? The simultaneous action selection?
Damsel's Tale does have simultaneous action selection. Yes.
Yeah.
which you can buy from all good board game stores. No.
from Red Genie Games.
Yeah, I like that. It's a two-player one though. The Dragon.
Two or three.
Oh, 3 players. Okay.
It can be 3 player. Yeah. But it's perfect for COVID times. So if you want to buy my game, it's on the website. I'm not, not advertising or anything. This amazing 2-player game.
Yeah, the amazing 2-player game that is at Alex's house, and I can't get to it because we're in stage 4 lockdown.
Oh,
that one. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, that one.
We all are.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We got a decent amount down. If I just go back one slide, we got 4 dice done. We got upgrade, we've got taunt, we've got comms, we've got fitness. One has to be a weapon.
Yep, weapon.
And then we got 1 more dice to fill. Everyone's full of ideas.
What about something for ourselves? Some armor or we've forgotten one thing.
What?
We've forgotten something.
Oh, the Zapper.
The memory Zapper?
Oh.
But that could be a card. That doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a dice.
We could have the Zapper, and then we get to if we roll the Zapper, we can move any dice to whatever we want. So you forgot what you rolled.
So you're spending a dice to get exactly what you want.
That's my one good idea. I can leave the show now.
I like it.
I'm logging off, guys. Thank you. That's my one good idea.
Fantastic. Well, that sounds pretty damn sweet. As usual, we have come up with an awesome game. All right, just quickly, favorite part of the entire movie?
When he delivers the baby, the squidlet.
Oh, that's adorable, cute. I like when he first uses the cricket and he just goes and just gets fired back into the car, and he just looks at the gun like what? Yeah, and looks at the gun like what happened?
I like the alien that works inside the printer machine.
Oh, the postman.
Like, yeah, no, the postman. Sorry, the postman. It's like, what? So is all electronics actually controlled by alien?
I love the explanation of as to why he shot the little girl in the head. He's like, I took a look at this guy and he was just sneezing. The tissue in his head, he was just sneezing, and this guy was just working out. And then like everyone's just sort of looking at him, and he's like, "It was a good shot, though, wasn't it?"
Oh yeah. I miss Will Smith of the '90s.
I love Will Smith, like total man crush on Will Smith. I love almost all of his movies.
Me too. I think the best superhero one's so good. I watched it like so many times. What was it called?
Hancock.
Yes. Hancock. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
Do that one.
Yeah. No, I just love all of his. Actually, I tell you what, I have not seen one because I don't know if it will defile it for me. Aladdin.
Yeah, I was going to say that's.
I've seen Aladdin.
Yeah.
The new Aladdin.
Yeah, it's not bad, but obviously the singing's sort of more like a musical, more cabaret almost. And he doesn't have the most amazing voice, but you can get the rhythm from him. But I don't know, like it's a cool thing, but to me, some of those remakes just feel like they've just taken the old one and just literally made it as real as possible. So there's no difference, there's no thingo, but yeah, I would probably leave that. I would probably leave that one alone.
I'm just going to go to slide 8 for you, Dez. But where can we get all your guys? Let's get all your guys' details because you all do amazing things. So Stella and Meeple U.
I am Meeple U, yes. So on YouTube, Meeple University. Also on the Dez Tower, doing more and more content there. I feel guilty sometimes. I kind of abandon Meeple U in a way. But anyways, still both. And then Instagram is Meeple_University, Facebook Meeple University, Twitter Meeple U, and Facebook Meeple University. That's it. I'm everywhere. And Discord, whatever it is. I don't know. Meeple University.
I made that way too big.
We're just getting
room for anyone else.
Universities.
We can see who Alex is playing favourites. We can see who that is.
Yeah.
What do you want, Alex? You want something, don't you?
Oh no! I feel bad now. Look at Dez. He's so tiny. Oh no!
It feels just like in person, man. Oh.
That's such a cute package. It's okay.
Definitely something. Definitely something. I don't know about cute, but definitely something.
Oh, I can copy and paste too. That's awesome. All right, hang on. Just let me write the last name. Yeah, cool. Just add in your own stuff. That's handy.
You can find me on Twitter and Dr. Callum. There you go. That's me. Dez, do you?
The Twitter bird.
So I write my own website, which is dezdoes.com. You can find me on Twitter at DerekMaggs81, and I also stream on Twitch. So I stream actually World of Warcraft. I have an unhealthy love affair for that game, which is twitch.tv/DezNato.
Dez NATO.
It was a funny thing. So I got onto a page in The Age for a thing that I said, "Welcome to Melbourne," and I had actually done that when we had those massive storms, and it had the giant picture of Sharknado. And then that day I also explained how esports worked. And they said, "Oh, so you'd be like Dez NATO as a joke," and it kind of stuck. So it was kind of funny.
All right.
I know
Awesome.
it's a weird long story. It's just funny.
And if you have any complaints about this episode, please tell me at BlueRoomBG on Twitter. And if you want to see any of the stuff that I'm usually involved in, it'll be on Red Genie Games, which you can see on our website or Twitter or Facebook page or anything like that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this panel. We always love doing Dice Hards. Join in on the podcast too. Just search for Dice Hard podcast. We've done 100 million movies. It's a great fun podcast. Dez has been on there several times.
I think 3 now. I think it's my 4th. This would be my 4th officially.
This will be your 4th live one where we get to see your face.
I know it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Stella's first one. I hope it wasn't too intimidating.
It's very good, thank you. I was like,
Oh,
I'm not a
good, because you were worried about it. You were worried about it.
Designer.
I knew you'd be fine, man. You play so many games that I knew you'd be fine.
You're always behind the camera.
Thanks, guys.
You were sweet. And Ben, as usual, thank you very much for being my awesome co-host.
You're welcome.
You were also amazing. I guess we're all out of here.
We are.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Sorry.